Thanks for tuning in to the BSN Avalanche Weekly Breakdown presented by Bender's Bar and Grill.
This is Jim Armstrong, former sports columnist at the Denver Post. These days, I own Bender's up in Westminster in the Westminster Promenade Ice Center. If you don't think we're the preeminent hockey bar in the metro area, you haven't seen the framed Original Six jerseys above the bar. We have poutine on the menu. That must make us a hockey bar. All kinds of good stuff on the menu. Come on up to Bender's and check us out.
I'm Allie Monroy, and alongside me today is BSN Avalanche beat writer Adrian Dater. The Colorado Avalanche are looking to extend their 6-game win streak tonight when they take on the St. Louis Blues at the Pepsi Center. A win tonight would put the Avs in first place in the Western Conference. Adrian, how excited should fans be about this?
Allie, pretty excited. I mean, look at me. I'm jumping here. The Avalanche, I can't believe I wrote this sentence today. The Avalanche could be not only in first place in the division, but in the entire Western Conference with a win tonight. One more point beyond that would put them in first place in the whole league. So this is all just happening so fast, and we knew this would be a pretty good team this year, but I don't think we expected number one in the conference at this point. But that's what winning does, Allie. They've been tremendous. They've gotten out to fast starts. They're scoring a lot of goals. They're leading the league in scoring right now. And it's all firing on all cylinders. Now, let's slow our roll just a little bit. They're going to play a St. Louis Blues team tonight that, while it is just fired their coach, it's been struggling. You never take a team lightly. They're going to be a desperate team. The Avalanche do go on the road next week, so sometimes those last games before a road trip can be a little iffy. But no, man, get to the Pepsi Center tonight early because there's going to be a lot of traffic. It's going to be a lively building, and I'm going to have to leave at like 3 o'clock just to get the game at 7, I think, from what I hear from excitement from Avalanche fans. They want to be at the Pepsi Center watching this team play right now.
Well, like you mentioned, the Avs embark on a 4-game road trip next week, and the Avs have been a lot better on the road this year than last season. Why is that, Adrian?
I think there's an overlooked reason, Allie. I think this team has been together, the core, for a couple of years now. I think they're a better knit team chemistry-wise. I think when they go on the road, they are more used to playing on the road than they were last year. I think they know how to play better as a road team now. I think the addition of a couple of veterans on the team has helped that too. Ian Cole, the defenseman especially. They have to play a little bit different style on the road because the home team gets the last change, so the road team has to adjust to the other coach's line matchups. That's not a big factor, but it is a factor in road victories and records. But, I think this team is just more focused when they go on the road as far as what they have to do. They're not distracted by a lot of other things like they were last year when they started the year with Matt Duchene, whether he's going to be traded or not. And I just think it's just a team that seems a little more focused when they go on the road now, as opposed to kind of trying to get used to everybody and being a little more, off kilter that way.
Well, William Nylander is said to possibly be available in trade from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Do you think the Avs should make an offer?
Well, Allie, it's a bit of a tough question whether they should make an offer. Now, William Nylander is a guy who's 22 years old. He's been holding out all year long from Toronto Maple Leafs. He doesn't have a contract. He wants about $8 million a year. Nathan MacKinnon's the highest paid player on this team at 6.3. So if you bring in a guy who, while he's a good player, 60 points a year, does that screw up the chemistry a little bit? It could. So I'd love to have a William Nylander on the team. The Avalanche kind of have an opening at second line right wing for the long term. Colin Wilson's done a pretty nice job this year, but he's not the long term guy probably. So William Nylander would be great, but I don't think they should screw up A, the chemistry, and B, give up a player from their core. They probably have to give up. Tyson Barrie would probably be the most likely guy to go as an expendable kind of D-man. Looking down the road a little bit, we don't really want to see Tyson Barrie go, do we, just yet? So while I'd love to see Nylander here, I don't think the Avs should, not at that cost.
Well, Adrian Dater and AJ Hayfley will be at Pepsi Center tonight for the game, so be sure to catch all of our coverage on bsndenver.com, and be sure to check out bsndenverlocker.com, where you can get some awesome shirts, including this awesome one. So for Adrian Dater, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver.
If you're a football fan or a hockey fan, you got to check out Bender's off of Highway 36, just off of Church Ranch Boulevard. 32 beers on tap, served in chilled glasses. We're a watch site for Coloradans for Nebraska and Steeler Nation of North Denver. So if you're a Husker fan or a Steeler fan, you're a recent transplant to Denver, come on up to Bender's and check us out.